What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing awesome. So today we're gonna go over one game in NFT gaming that's, I'm gonna play that isn't just enough. I think a lot of people talk about buying certain tokens, maybe getting to IDOs or getting into certain NFT drops. However, a lot of these drops often are exclusive and they're pretty hard to get. However, there is a method that is more consistent, it's more reliable, and you will be able to make a lot of gains from this because not a lot of people are doing it. So let's get into it. But before we do, just know that this is all speculation. Don't invest more than what you can lose. Assume that you will lose everything and you won't get rich quick, especially with this method that we're about to talk about. It has something to do with impertinent loss. So if you don't know what that is, please look it up, as that will be very important. And NFT gaming in general, any game right now, including the less risky ones, is still considered extremely high risk. Okay, so you will probably lose, so don't invest more than what you can't lose. And also, please do your own research. Don't trust random people off the internet. Everyone has their own hidden agenda, right? So do your own research. Don't trust someone random with your financial well-being. So let's get into it. And the play is called Liquidity Providing. So why is it important? So when new games start out, they need something called liquidity. So that's being able to exchange their tokens freely at less volatile prices. So let's say something has really low liquidity, right? Let's say a coin has only $100,000 worth of liquidity. So someone tries to buy a coin at, let's say, $1 and they buy $1,000 worth. Maybe they end up getting 100 coins at $1, then they end up getting 200 coins at $2, then they get like 50 coins at $3. So then because there's not a lot of people selling their tokens, or there's not a lot of liquidity, they end up having really bad prices. So this ends up being bad, right? So then someone who buys a token, they're like, wait, what the heck? This is a scam. There's like not many people playing this game. There's not much liquidity. I'm out. So people really need that liquidity, or these games do, so that they're able to properly buy at the right prices and sell them too at the right prices. So for that reason, they offer very great incentives for people to do that early on. For example, with Defina, they offered 500% early on, which was crazy. Wonder Hero was like also 500%. And this is assuming the game is properly researched and fundamentally great. So if you want to learn how to research, feel free to check out my deep dive videos for examples, which you can copy yourself and apply to any game. So by researching and then seeking out high APY opportunities, which will offset the impertinent loss. So please research what impertinent loss is. This creates a very amazing high reward opportunity due to APY and very high win rates. So let's say a project has a bunch of great investors, great partners, and a great team, great game, great everything. So their vesting periods are very far off. Let's say the vesting period is like 6 months, 12 months away, and they have a 500% APY. So this creates an amazing opportunity, right? Because you can get your ROI within 2-3 months, depending on how high the token prices rises, right? Maybe if it's a great game, you end up getting your ROI maybe 40% of your yield earnings, but then the token 2.5x is from there. Then you just like harvest it, you get out your ROI, and then you reinvest your liquidity provider tokens, and then you just keep getting more and more tokens at zero risk because you already took out your initial investment. So it's a very amazing opportunity. But as mentioned before, it is still high risk because NFT gaming in general is still high risk. Even if they have a great team, great game, great everything, they still can fail, right? And the amazing thing about this method is that when you combine it with other methods like Genesis NFT flipping or ICO buys, it creates an amazing, let's fix that real quick. So it creates an amazing opportunity unique to NFT gaming, right? So let's say you flip some Genesis NFTs for 5x and then you take out some money, you reinvest that, but we'll go over that later. Same thing if ICO buys, it 10x's on you. You take out your 2x of your initial investment, then you reinvest that to this game and then other games too. So this is how you maximize your LP gains. So you really wait patiently for the opportunities, right? Let's say you couldn't get in on IDO or ICO events, so you buy in at a big dip after ASAP. So you can maybe buy a small bag for swinging and then another small bag for liquidity providing. So whales often dump a little bit of their position to take some profits because usually at the token generation events, so that's right when the tokens are released publicly, some of their tokens are usually released too, so that's when they dump it. So you buy a dip there and then you get those liquidity provider tokens. Next thing would be to provide liquidity as early as possible. So ideally at least 3 months before major lockup, or you can calculate the ROI. So you can try to be a little bit more safe, right? So maybe at least 3 to 6 months out, assuming that your ROI is like less than 3 months. And then it's to continuously take profits on major pumps. So whenever an event happens, like a new mystery box sale, new game modes or something, you just sell your yield and then you reinvest your LP tokens. So this way you'll be able to maximize your gains by selling at auto pumps, and then whenever it dumps, you just accumulate and then you wait until it pumps again to sell off your tokens. Then for the LP tokens itself, you can, if you want to be safe, you can sell them before big lockup openings. So let's say 6 months from now, there will be seed, private, team, and advisors opening up their tokens. That could be a huge dump. So you could sell your LP tokens beforehand. And then if you really love the game, you can probably scoop up the big dip right afterwards. Or when there's a peak euphoria in the crypto markets, so you check your watch list, everything is pumped up 30% every day for like 1 to 2 weeks. Then everyone's like talking about buying Lambos, buying houses, and all that jazz. They're like, oh, I can't wait to be millionaires. And then let's say a token's like $5 when it already like 50x, and someone's like, oh, it's going to be $50, no problem. That's exactly when you want to sell your LP tokens, because everyone's euphoric, and then that's exactly when the whales are going to start dumping on everyone, and then the market's going to correct hardcore. So for some play examples, like mentioned before, like the FINA BUSD one, and then next one, LCP Wrap ETH, which is going on right now for another 2.5 months, I believe. So that's a really great play to accumulate more RON, as that'll be used by everyone in the Axie universe and then a bunch of other games too in the future. Then right now, TTK, BUSD, the Three Kingdoms, that's crazy. It had like 800% APY. It's ending in like 13 days, so might not be worth it unless you really like the game. You can still get in on it. Now it's Wonder Hero. I was open for, I believe, like 10 to 14 days. So that happened before, but now it's not. And then here's an example of what you could do, as mentioned before, by combining other methods. For example, invest $500 into Genesis NFTs. You flip it to $2,000. So then you take $500, you provide liquidity to the project. Let's say it's Wonder Hero. So then you provide $250 in Wonder Hero, $250 in BNB. So there you can get yield from that. Then you take $1,000, you put it into 2 other NFT games, and then $500 you take profits by putting into anything else outside of crypto, like stocks, paying off your debt, buying whatever, etc. And let's say your ROI is in like 2 months, so maybe their APY is like 600-700% or something. So then after that happens, so also proper research needs to be done, right? So making sure their vesting periods are opening up much later than that, the major ones, and then you take your money out, and then you just continuously take money out on different pumps, you invest into another NFT game, and then you just repeat it over and over, and then you'll be stacking up your gains hardcore. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment what you think about this method, what other undervalued methods you think aren't talked about enough, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. And most importantly, These videos are for entertainment purposes and are not recommendations, as I'm not a licensed professional. So you win in crypto by surviving long term. That means not using excessive leverage, not getting your positions liquidated, and protecting your capital, right? So if you survive longer in crypto, because crypto is a very growing longer term industry, the longer you survive, the longer you don't blow up your accounts, the more gains you'll be able to reap passively. And the best investments are the ones where you have the greatest conviction in by doing your own research. So don't listen to a random guy off the internet like me. Please do your own research. You can maybe get a little motivation, inspiration by checking out my deep dives and then copying the template and then doing your own research on your own projects that you think have potential. And also, the best play in crypto is not some random coin. It's not providing liquidity. It's contributing your own unique personality and skill set to community's needs. So let's say you're a really good marketer, you can help a team market. You're a really good coder, you can do that. You're a really good artist, whatever skill set you have, everyone is unique. Everyone has their own skill set that they can contribute. If you can contribute your own unique skill set and personality, you'll be able to have a bunch of different benefits. Like maybe they'll help you get whitelisted in different events, in different NFT drops, coins. Maybe they'll give you free NFTs, they'll give you free money, they'll hire you on as a official member or something. So yeah, that's the best play, not some random coin or liquidity providing. Okay, so thank you guys for watching and talk to y'all next time.